Hello, this is Ryan Turner, K0RET. Today I'm going to show you in about 10 minutes how to configure your HamWAN client node. So the very first thing that we need to do is go to the MikroTik website, click on the downloads, and download version 6.7 or the most recent version upgrade package for Router OS. And you can notice we're using the MIP-SHE version of that software. Additionally, while we're here, we're going to download the tool that we use for configuring the router. That is called Winbox, so click and download that as well. Once those are done downloading, let's go ahead and open Winbox, and you can see that if you click on the three dots, it will list all the devices it can find that you can connect to. So give me a second, I'll connect to my router. And there it is. Click on the MAC address, don't click on the IP. This way we'll be connecting via MAC. Once we hit connect and it's connected, the very first thing that you'll want to do is click on Files because we want to update Router OS. So click on Files and then open up Windows Explorer and find that file that we just downloaded from their website, and you will drag that into the Files dialog. So what this is actually doing is transferring the updated Router OS firmware and software to the router, and once it's fully transferred, all that we have to do is restart the router and it will automatically install the new software as part of the boot up process. So we want to reboot the router, and then we'll confirm yes, we want to reboot. And so here in a moment we'll get a disconnect message from the router. That's fine, we'll just reopen the software. So go ahead and click OK, and we can just reopen Winbox, and we'll connect to it just as we did before with the MAC address, and it actually has that stored this time, so no worries there. So the very first thing we'll want to do is open up a new terminal, and what we'll do is define a new system identity. So use /system space identity and then set name equals, and here you'll want to use your call sign, hyphen, and then the name of the place you're linking to. Just go ahead and hit enter. And the next thing we'll want to do is configure the admin password. So go to System, Users, and double click on Admin, and then click on Password, and here we can define our new password. So enter it twice, hit OK, and then what we want to do is also add the shared administrator access. So these users are for some of the third-party system administrators, and that way they can update your configuration if there's a problem. For all these users, you want to actually be defining a password. Though they won't be connecting using a password, someone else could theoretically authenticate with their password, so make sure you define something secure there. For all of these, you want to make sure that the group that you're adding is full. Then what we'll do is open up the web browser, go to the client node configuration page on the HamWAN website, so that way we can download the SSH keys. That's the way that EO and all those people are connecting. They use an SSH key, so that way they don't have to worry about password management. So once you have those 5 files downloaded, go back to the Files dialog, and once again drag those files that you want to upload over into that Files window. It will upload those to the router. And the next thing it will do is go back to the terminal. We'll type /user ssh-keys, and then what we want to do is import all these public key files and associate that public key with the proper user. So I'm just going to import them for EO, NQ1E, Nigel, Osborne, and monitoring. Just go ahead and do the same command for everybody, making sure that we have the right key file associated with the correct user. So next on our list is to clear all the firewall filter rules. So /IP firewall filter, and then type remove, and then find within brackets. And so we'll do the same thing. We want to remove the local DHCP server, so /IP DHCP server, and we'll remove find there as well. and then also /IP DHCP server space network. We want to remove find there as well. We want to get rid of the local IP address, so we'll do /IP space address, and we'll remove find for that. We want to disable DNS service, so we will /IP DNS, set allow remote requests equals no. The next thing we want to do is add all the HamWAN sector channels, put them on a scan list for us, so type /interface wireless channels, and then what we'll do is add all 3 of the sector antennas with their appropriate frequency, name, and width to the wireless channels list. So the next thing that we want to do is configure the modem radio name. So we'll do /interface wireless and set 0 radio name equals and then your call sign / your location. Now what we want to do is configure the wireless card to use HamWAN, that list that we just made, so /interface wireless, and we'll do set 0 disabled equals no, frequency mode equals super channel, scan list equals HamWAN, SSID equals HamWAN, and wireless protocol equals NV2. Now we want to tell it to pull DHCP, so /IP DHCP client, and we'll do add default route yes, DHCP options hostname, client ID, disabled equals no, and interface equals WLAN. So now what we want to do is tell it to pull the DHCP from our local network, so /IP DHCP client, and we'll add a new route there just for the internal Ethernet. So the next thing that we want to do is go ahead and see if we can see any signals. So what we'll do is /interface wireless scan 0, and what you can do at this point is point your dish to the cell site and try to find the beacons. In my case, I don't have an antenna attached, so I'm not able to find anything. What do you want to do after that? Once it's optimized, once you have the best connection, you can go ahead and do /interface wireless monitor 0, and that way you can verify that everything's actually associated with the cell site as opposed to just receiving the cell site. So that's really all there is to it. That's how you configure your client node to connect to HamWAN. Be sure to drop in IRC. The channel is #HamWAN, and that is on the Freenode IRC network. Drop in if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Thanks very much.